I went from a college dropout with absolutely no skills and just a passion for sports to generating well over 8 figures as a sports bettor. And let me tell you guys, it wasn't always that easy. It wasn't just an incredible leap from nothing to, something, right? It took a lot of lessons, painful errors, blowing bankrolls, chasing losses, emotional outbursts, and a lot of learning. I've been doing this over 12 years. I've absolutely seen it all. And it took a lot of those valuable lessons before I was ever able to successfully make it as a sports bettor. The reality is that if you guys try to do this on your own, it's extremely difficult. But if you have the right people, the right mentors, the right people in place to help you, to guide you through the process, it will make it very, very easy for you to be successful.
Is sports betting actually rigged? Do the sportsbooks already know the result before they happen? Do they know who's going to win before the game even starts? Today, I'm going to tell you the truth you're not being told, from how sportsbooks really operate to why certain games feel suspicious to the real reason 95% of sports bettors lose. And stick around with me because I'm going to show you how to exactly spot patterns in line movement in betting markets that most people will never notice. The same patterns the sharps use to win year after year after year. So let's get right into it. For those of you guys who don't know, sports betting is a $245 billion global industry. And when there's that much money on the line, people are going to naturally ask, especially when it's their own money, is it rigged? Are we all just pawns in their game? These are common questions everyone is asking. Now, there are a lot of myths floating around out there, and some of them are way off kilter and way off base. Others, they're closer to the truth than you might think. So, let's talk about it. Let's break it down step by step. So, how do the sportsbooks really make money? This is where most people tend to get it wrong. Sportsbooks don't need to rig games to win. Their business model is built to profit no matter what happens on the field. That's the biggest thing that you have to understand. And let me explain how. Here's how it works. There's something known as the VIG or juice, the extra minus 110 price you see on most bets. That is their built-in edge. Over thousands and thousands of bets, it guarantees a profit margin. The next thing you need to understand is balanced action. Contrary to what people think, books are often trying to balance money on both sides so they can collect the VIG risk-free. Getting 50% of the money on a minus 110 and another 50% on the other side of the minus 110 guarantees them a 10% return regardless of the outcome. Now, shaping the market. Books move lines not to predict the outcome, but to manage their own internal risk based on where the money is coming in. The reality, sportsbooks are just risk managers. They're not fortune tellers, but that doesn't always mean that games are always 100% fair. We'll get to that. Don't worry. So, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The idea that games are predetermined or fixed from the start. Yes, historically there have been cases of fixing. You go look at the 1919 Black Sox scandal. You look at NBA referee Tim Donaghy betting on games he officiated. Even European soccer match fixing rings. But here's the truth. In today's top leagues, especially the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, UFC, and others, outright fixing is extremely rare. There's far too many moving parts. You have to think about it, right? For one team, just in the NFL, you have players, you have refs, you have coaches, you have trainers, you have tons of fans, you have tons of equipment managers. There's so many people involved that it's absolutely crazy for them to try to even attempt to do something like that. There is enormous financial risk for anyone caught. Integrity monitoring from sportsbooks, leagues, and regulators. However, this is where the conspiracy theories have a little seed of truth. Games can be influenced subtly through officiating decisions, selective enforcement of rules, or scheduling quirks, right? They don't have guaranteed outcomes, but they can tilt the odds in someone's favor. And anyone that's played sports growing up, they know that momentum in sports is everything. One silly flag or one strike that should have been a ball can really change the momentum of a game and flip things the other way. Now, let's talk about something we've all experienced as sports bettors. When certain games feel rigged and it leaves a sour taste in your mouth. You've probably been there. You had the right side, everything's going great, and then boom! Bad call, last second turnover, star player gets injured, foul trouble, hurt. Feels like they were out to get you, right? Just to get your bet. So, we've all been there, we've all felt it, doesn't feel great. But here's usually what is happening. Random variance. Sports in general are chaotic. Upsets and weird plays happen more often than people think. Public sides, if 80% of the public is on one team, it's often because the price is wrong and the books need the other side to win. And they've intentionally put a price like that out there because they think it'll bait more of the public to take one side over the other, even though it's the wrong side. Bias in officiating. Not every call is malicious, right? Referees are humans too, umpires are humans too, but certain refs do favor certain styles of play. In the NBA, for example, there are some referees who consistently lean towards the home team or towards overs. Maybe they get influenced by the crowd or they're scared of the crowd booing them, whatever it is, or maybe they're just a faster paced referee that, officiates the game in a way that creates a faster intensity and pace, but it happens. And to the average bettor, that might feel like rigging, but it's really about hidden edges that you don't know to look for, but you should know to look for. So, let's talk about the truth you're not being told. The truth is, sports betting isn't rigged in the way that you think. It's structured. And it's structured to make it very hard for the average bettor to win. Here's why most people lose. They bet based on emotion, not numbers. They chase losses, and they don't understand line movement. Meanwhile, sharp bettors, they play a completely different game. They go and they bet before the public pushes a line the wrong way. They specialize in certain sports or certain markets, sometimes even certain teams. They track referee tendencies, weather, travel schedules, and market overreactions. If you're not doing that, the house doesn't have to rig anything. They already are winning and they know they're gonna make their money off of you. So, here's how you can tilt the game back in your favor. Track closing line value, CLV, closing line value. If you consistently beat the closing number, you're gonna be on the right side long term. Fade the public when the line moves against them. This is also known as RLM or reverse line movement. It's another key sharp indicator. Specialize. Don't just sit there and bet everything, okay? Pick a few sports, pick a niche, pick a team, a group of teams, whatever it is, and master it. Okay, that is a very, very important skill that sharp and professional bettors have. Bankroll discipline. Flat betting is boring, but it's what keeps you in the game. It's what allows you to make long-term money as a sports bettor. And here's the big one. Treat sports betting like a business, not a lottery ticket. It's an investment vehicle and a business. And the reason I've been able to have 12 plus years of success as a sports bettor is because I treat every single day in the sports betting industry as a business. So, you're probably sitting there wondering, is sports betting rigged? Not in the sense that you think it is. Not every game is predetermined or fixed and the players are actors. None of that stuff is going on that you think it is. But the system is designed to beat the casual bettor over time. Your job as a casual sports bettor is to flip the script. Stop playing their game blindly and start making them play your game. If you do this, and you do it consistently, you will make a lot of money betting on sports. If you found this video informational, insightful, or eye-opening, drop a comment below. Do you think sports betting is rigged? Have you seen a game that you may have thought, man, it's gotta be fixed? And if you wanna see how I exactly spot sharp money, reverse line movement, edges the public misses, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and check out the videos that I've also posted in the past, and hit me in the comments with what videos you want to see me post in the future. That's it for today. Let's get rich off sports. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Let's go.
Listen, sports betting is not an easy game, and I understand it because I've been there and I've done that, right? If you want to take a shortcut and stop having to figure all the tough things out and create your own data models and probability models and dealing with statistics and all the stuff that comes with it, I have a very easy shortcut for you. Join my community. I've got thousands of members that simply copy and paste my plays. I spend the hard-earned money, the hard-earned time, and I do all the hard work to find the value on the board every single day. All you have to do is just copy and paste my plays. If you guys are interested in that or even want a free play, check the description down below.